So, I've talked a little bit about this topic before in my free Facebook group, and I've had a lot of kind of DM conversations with people about this topic. And I have a feeling it's probably going to ruffle some feathers. But what I want to do is really just speak some truth about the network marketing and the MLM industry and show you how you can actually make that work for you. Okay. There are literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the world with dreams of six and seven figure earnings from a network marketing company, right? And what I'm here to tell you guys is, and I've been involved in several of them. I had one with like nutrition products and stuff like that in my gym, and I've been involved in others throughout the years as well. And so I was definitely on the receiving end of a lot of the like MLM hype and the marketing and oh my gosh, the cars and trips and all these things that are possible, right? And it seems like everyone's able to be successful. But what I'm here to say from experience, not just in my own experience, but from like actually doing quite a bit of research about this and from experience with my clients is this. My friends, for the love of everything, stop focusing on selling your MLM products and focus on building yourself a coaching business and brand. Okay. And I'm going to be upfront. I'm not telling you to quit your MLM and give up on making money from the products that you love or a company whose mission you feel really bought into. That's not what I'm saying at all. But please, please, please see the reality of the MLM industry. And I want to share some statistics that were taken last year for you guys, okay? And you need to believe what you're going to hear me say because the truth is, every network marketing company presents the dream, right? Work anywhere on your own time. Build an amazing business in the quote unquote nooks and crannies of your day. Build a business with friends, lock arms, right? Like all these phrases that these companies use, earn a free car, free vacation. And look at the whatever his or her name is at the top of the company. You can have that success. You can be him or her. And here's the thing is not all of them, but most of these companies are legit. Most of them, or many of them at least, have been around for a really long time. So I'm not saying that they're not legit at all. And like I said, I've been involved in several, but they know how to turn on the glitz and glamour, and it's done intentionally. Right. So events to create community and hype. And those are like the big national events that they do every year. Those would be more local events. Those would be like the training calls where you hear the same story over and over again every single week. And you can get really kind of swept away by this. And these companies really truly want you to believe that you are going to make six figures working part time hours from your phone. And the reality of that, as I'm going to show you today, is very, very, very small. Okay. And usually, what ends up happening is you're not making six figures and you're being taught really poor marketing tactics by your upline who's also struggling. I remember when I was in several of these companies, my uplines would be, telling me what to do to build and grow my business. And they would be in the same position years and years and years too, right? And usually it's very spammy marketing tactics coming from these types of organizations. Not everyone. I actually have some friends in network marketing who are doing amazing and they don't do any of the spammy tactics, which is good. But most of what's taught, because even though it's called network marketing, people don't really understand marketing, right? They especially don't understand value based marketing because they're really more just selling products without a lot of expertise. So that's part of the problem, right? So people in these companies are being taught poor marketing strategies by uplines who are also struggling. And that leads to avoidance from your family and friends, right? Like people don't want to answer your calls or texts because you're always being told to ask for something and all of that stuff, right? So if you've been in one of these companies, you know what that's like. So, before you get crazy defending your company, your experience, and how it's different, let's just look at statistical norms. Again, these statistics were actually derived from a site called jobsandmarketing.io. And if you want to argue about your company, remember how many people come and go in these companies because there's truth to the human experience in these statistics that I'm about to share. And these statistics were gathered for out of a pool of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Okay. So here's the first thing. First, only 1 out of every 4 people in an MLM every year actually make any money, have any profit. 1 out of 4 make any profit. And of that 25% that's actually making an income, only 3% of them are making more than $25,000 a year, with the average MLM participant earning only about $5,000 to $6,000 annually from their efforts. So let me say that again. 1 out of every 4 people who join a network marketing company actually make any type of profit, and only 3% of that 25% even make $25,000 a year. It is such a tiny, tiny percentage where there's any significant money being earned. And the average person of that 25%, so that would be 22% of the people from the pool of 25% that are actually making any money, are only earning about $5,000 to $6,000 a year from their efforts, which is not great, right? Especially for all of the time that it takes. Second statistic, less than 0.5% of people in an MLM make 6 figures ever. Less than 0.5%. Third, direct sales have risen 790% in the last decade. But, so yes, it's a growing industry. I know you're being marketed that, but MLM participants are losing more money than ever before because of overstocking inventory, buying excess product to hit sales targets, and that kind of thing. I know with one of the companies that I was involved in years ago, there was always a lot of pressure to hit your bonuses and things like that. And I would see people spending more money than they were making to hit a bonus. And it was like, it didn't even make any sense. There was no net positive. It wasn't even a break even, right? So literally the industry has grown a ton, but there's more competition in it than ever before. And there's a lot of pressure to stock inventory and things like that, right? So that leads to you not making very much money. Statistic number 4, 99% of people who join an MLM lose money. Okay. And half of the people that are part of that 99% actually acknowledge their company misrepresented earning potential. And right, they might have a year where they make more, right? And maybe they're making, $10,000 or $20,000. But overall, for the years that someone is in a network marketing company, 99% of them will lose money. And half the people acknowledge their company misrepresented earning potential, right? And that's the truth across the board. The next statistic, MLM businesses have a failure rate of 95%. And the top 2% are the ones you're seeing featured everywhere. 95% failure rate, you guys. Think about how many people come and go in these businesses. It is only the top 2% that you are seeing featured and marketed everywhere in your company. That's why you see the same names, the same faces all the time. Next, 99.7% of people surveyed out of 33,000 people that were in network marketing companies failed to make back enough money to cover the cost of starting their business. 99.7%, you guys. That's almost everyone. And then the last thing, 50% of people drop out in the first year because of low or no income. And the reason that I wanted to share these statistics is, again, I know it's so easy to succumb to the glitz and the glamour and the cars and the vacations and, the people in the company who are, kind of pretending that they're rich and things like that, right? And most of it is simply a facade. And this, you guys, I'm not saying this against any particular company or about the concept of MLMs or network marketing in general. What I want to do today is really lift up the truth about these companies. I don't want to steal your belief, but I want you to kind of come to reality if you're really bought into any particular company and you're not making money, about what you can actually do to make money, not only with your MLM, but with your business as well. Okay. So you might be asking yourself now, how can you actually make money while being in an MLM? And the answer to me is simple, but not easy. It's build yourself a coaching business where you're using your expertise to change someone's life and offer your MLM products on the back end. Okay. Now, most of my market, not everyone, but much of my market is health and fitness professionals. Okay. And here's the thing is if you are in a network marketing company and you're selling supplements and things like that, you have zero business selling anyone anything that they consume if you have no background or expertise in health and fitness, right? If you barely know what the ingredients on the bag mean, you have no business selling someone protein shakes. And so I fully believe that no one should buy products and things like that from someone who is simply a distributor who has zero expertise. I think that's actually unethical. It shocks me that companies allow this. And I don't think that if you have no expertise that you should expect to build these types of businesses that are based on health, right? And there's other types of businesses as well. And I still think the same kind of thing applies when it comes to not focusing on making money in a paycheck from your MLM, but from building your own coaching business. So build yourself a coaching business where you are using your true expertise to change someone's life and then offer your products on the back end. And let's really look at reality. Okay. So, number one, you're going to help people have a much greater transformation if you are providing your own coaching program that you designed. All right. That's just the truth. And the second thing is that the earning potential is way higher. So, let's say you have a $1,500 90-day coaching program. That is a super common duration and price point for my clients when they create their signature offers. Very easy to sell. If you sell a $1,500 90-day coaching program, guess what? That $1,500 is yours. Or let's say you can earn a 35% commission from an MLM, which is very average, and you'd have to sell literally like $4,500 worth of pants or makeup or shakes or whatever you sell to make that same amount of money. That's crazy, you guys. You could literally sell one program and make $1,500 and get someone a life-changing result, or you could absolutely hustle and grind and stress your way to selling $4,500 of another company's products and hope for that 35% commission. Zero comparison. You guys, this is how I have clients with fair ease making 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month in their online business. They're not doing it trying to hustle commissions from someone else's company. Many of them have MLM associations. And again, they have their coaching program and they offer their products on the back end. So it really builds that side of the business as well, but that's just not the focus. And don't forget when you're in an MLM, don't forget the reliance on other people joining your team because truthfully, like that's the only way to really earn income. And personally, I want my income to rely 100% on me and my efforts. I don't want to be hustling and recruiting people who are probably going to quit if you look at the statistics, right? That is not fun. It is stressful and no one wants to be recruited, right? Don't be dazzled by the bonuses, you guys. I bought my own Mercedes. I fund my own trips to wherever I want, whenever I want. And I am able to do that with ease. And that's the case for many of my clients. If you guys saw in my mastermind group, I can't even, there was like so many pictures this year of my clients buying like their dream cars, which is so cool, right? And you can do that too. In my opinion, you never want to put your future in the hands of a company that can change their structure of things or collapse at any time. The network marketing company I had when I had my gym, it was a nutrition supplement based company. They I guess had some issues. I'm not really sure. They had some issues with the government, and they basically took away the MLM structure. So the only way to make money in this company now is through commissions. And I had been getting residual paychecks, not a lot, maybe like $100 a month here and there, but for years after selling my gym, which was kind of cool, right? Because that's passive. And when that company structure changed, I had a client in my coaching program who had been making $35,000 a month in paychecks, and it was gone overnight from that company because they took away that part of the structure, literally gone overnight. And many times these companies go under. I don't care how well established it is, and things are constantly changing and shifting, and what is allowed in government structures and things like that as well. So don't put your future in the hands of anyone other than you. Build something that is substantial and lucrative and something that is truly yours. And if you look again between the statistics and the earning potential, there's so much more freedom in your own coaching business than there could ever be under the umbrella of someone else. And my kind of the final thing I want to say about this is absolutely incorporate products that you love and that you believe in on the back end of your coaching program. This will grow your MLM income a lot. But do not be sold and do not believe that joining a network marketing company and selling products for someone else and recruiting team members is the quickest, easiest, or best path to success. Because as you see from the statistics, and do the research yourself if you want to read those statistics, these are about a year old. Everything I shared with you, there's probably updates. These statistics are well stacked against you. But in coaching, my friends, everything is possible. You've heard some of my client interviews here on the podcast. And if you go to my personal Facebook profile or my group or my IGTV, you will see client interview after client interview after client interview of my coaches consistently having insane launches, 10, 15, $20,000. I've had coaches do $70,000 launches in less than 3 months. You can't do that in a network marketing company, right? Everything is possible, you guys. We coaches are in a thriving industry that's having incredible impact. And this industry is here to stay, and it's built 100% on your effort, right? And to me, I always think of this like when people get super sold on MLMs and stuff, and then they hear the statistics like I shared with you guys today, and they still are like, no, 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 but I'm going to be different, or my company is different. It feels to me like when in Dumb and Dumber, when Jim Carrey is talking to the girl that he likes, and she's basically saying that they'll never be together. And I can't remember exactly what she says, but he's like, so you're saying there's a chance. Right? And there's about as much chance of success in an MLM of Jim Carrey getting the girl in Dumb and Dumber. And this isn't to be negative at all. My goal with this podcast is to kind of bring people into the reality of what this industry is and show you how much is possible when you are focused on adding value with a coaching program that you're selling at a high value price point that changes your client's life forever. And the back end benefit, if you are into an MLM organization, is that you can sell the products on the back end and you'll actually make more money that way and you'll have more impact that way. And this is going to be much more lucrative and sustainable long term. So I'm curious to hear how that sits. If you want to tell me, go ahead and jump on over to my free Facebook group. It's Authentic Conversion Organic Six-Figure Fitness Business, where I am in there every single week, coaching and teaching and training and helping people just like you all over the world build their online coaching businesses.